Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to the Nick YouTube channel.
I have a question. When was the first time you realized that your mother-in-law loves you so much? Mother-in-law or your father-in-law? Drop a comment. Well, for me, I had my third miscarriage while in my mother-in-law's house, and I had never seen her cry that hard. She just broke down. We cried. She was
Hello. Hi. Welcome to the Nick Family YouTube channel. My good name is Nick. Yes, and I welcome you to this live stream. Labut Bachelor, how are you? I am Nick. I am Nick from East Africa, Kenya, Nairobi. Yes, I would love to know. La Batelua. Yes, hi everyone. Hi everyone. Let's register by liking the live stream. My good name is Nick. Yes, and I take this opportunity to welcome you to my live stream tonight. It's it's night over here in my countryside, here in Nairobi, Kenya, Nairobi. Yeah, the capital city of Kenya, the best city in East and Central Africa. And that is where I'm coming live from. My good name is Nick. Why are you streaming? All right, if I answer that, it is a live thing that I usually do. If I'm not uploading any video, I usually do a live stream at least to catch up with my audience. Yeah, that is why I'm doing live stream. Libe Teula. Are you boxing? No, I'm not boxing. I'm just relaxing here at home. I'm not boxing. Boxing. Mr. Hali Ilhabus Abusabatman. That name is so difficult for me to pronounce. Yes, I'm not boxing. I'm just chilling at home. This time is okay. Why are you saying that Nairobi is dangerous city? Give me an example. Why Nairobi is why are you saying that Nairobi is a dangerous city? I don't know. I've been raised in the streets around the city, and I don't see any threatening thing about the city, despite the normal things that happens in every city. Very high crime rate in you've watched in city? No, no. For the last 20 years, I've been in this city, and I have not seen such high crimes. Whatever happens in my city, it happens in every city in this world. And in every city, you'll find that there are pickpocketers. You will find some people who are just that way, and it happens everywhere. We can't say that because in two cases, somebody snatched somebody's phone and ran, or with you just witnessed or you just saw on TV a crime scene happening somewhere doesn't really mean that my city is a crime zone. No, my city is one of the best cities in East and Central Africa, I can assure you. And if there are Kenyans in this live stream, they can also attest to that, that my city is one of the best cities that we have in East Africa, for sure. Security wise, economic wise, business wise, Nairobi city is one of the best cities in East and Central Africa, for sure. Who knows? I know because I am a citizen of this country and I am Nairobian, if I can say. I've been in the city for the longest time. I have been here in the city, for the longest time. So take it from me, Nairobi is safest. It's very safe. Very safe. Nairobi is very safe for sure. Now, if you've tried Nairobi, if you're from East Africa or you're from Africa and you've been to Nairobi, yes, there might be those shocking things that you see for the first time that are not in your city. That is very, very okay. Because, for example, if I also go to a different city outside my country, I might be shocked to see different things that I've not been used to, like in my city. So that is the truth of the matter. Nairobi is good, best, one of the good cities here in East Africa. Yeah.
Hello, what does he favorite?
Always say Bishmillah in all your good deeds. All right, I'll say that. Bishmillah, Bishmillah in all your good deeds. Um, Faith-based, I don't know the meaning of Bishmillah. If you can tell me the meaning of Bishmillah, because that is not my faith. I can't lie. So, but I am not a discriminate. I am not discriminate. I'm not faith blinded person. No, I am not, and I'm always open to learning. So, if you can like tell me the meaning of Bismillah, because Bismillah sounds Islamic. What's its meaning? What is its meaning, Mr. Ilhamba Subatman? Hey, that name is so difficult. If you tell me, oh, bro. There's a big gap between rich and poor, yeah, very sure. A large young populations with limited job opportunities can lead some people towards gangs or organized crime. That is for sure. That is for sure. I agree with you. If we have a bunch of let me use that word. If a bunch of so many young people unemployed, sometimes they gang up to criminal activities. That is for sure. But most of the young people in my country are digitally literate. So even if there might be no physical jobs, there might be no physical employment, but digitally, young people are getting, or they're enriching themselves via that. The internet is doing justice to our young people here in my country, despite that the gap between the rich and poor is so big, and there's a lot of unemployment. A lot of young people are graduating from schools, from universities, and there are no jobs to absorb them, for sure. And I've seen, Luando Mamela. Hi. Hi, Luando Mamela. Hi, how are you? How are you? How are you, Luando Mamela? You doing good? Labeteula, yes, I've talked about what you've said. If so many young people are not employed, sometimes they gang up to criminal activities, but not in my country, for sure. Not in my country. What the young people are known for in my country is to criticize government and to push the government to do its cause. And that is very true. You can check on your internet, you can check on X, you can check on any online platform about Kenya or about Nairobi. You'll get to know what the young people are known for. Labeteula, if that finds you well, do your research and come and tell me. And you find that I'm not lying to you, I'm actually telling you the truth. Nairobi is one of the safest cities in Africa. Luado Mamela. Hi, Luado Mamela. How are you? What time is there, bro? Yeah, it's around 11:40. Let me check. Yeah, it's around that time. Which Rolex model do you like mostly? That one I can't. I don't love any Rolex because one thing, you can't afford it, but I admire whatever comes. That is a genuine answer. So, for example, if I tell you which model I admire most, I'll be lying to you because I am not into that. It's around midnight. It's few minutes to midnight. Let me check. Let me check one more time. Yeah, it's 6 minutes. It's 6 minutes to midnight. It is 6 minutes to midnight. Okay. Would you recommend buying a Rolex? So why not? Yes. It feels like luxurious to have one. It feels luxurious to have one. And because I haven't seen anyone with it in my country, or maybe I don't interact more with people with them, but I think it feels so. Yeah, that's why I'm saying it feels so luxurious when you have it, like when going around or when you're having it, it makes you more bossy, and it's very expensive, very, very expensive. Very, very expensive. Season two. All right. All right. Come down here. Two more. Okay. Let me go back there. Is Rolex more about status or quality? Sometimes it's post about status. It is also shows status as more as its quality, but actually the quality is more okay. If I think the manufacturers and the owners of the Rolex, they look into more of quality rather than the people themselves who look more in status. Because if you own a Rolex, then you're stated. For example, in my country, you find that those big business people and politicians, they are the most people who have them. And that's the paper that says what original new. Oh, that's the paper that says what's what's written on you. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Please, if you can elaborate more, I'll be happy. I'll be happy. I'll be happy to respond to you in a good way. Mhm. Today, even wealth people often chooses smartwatches like Apple watches. Sure, sure, but you see, the wealthier, the wealthy people, the wealth people, in most cases, they usually want to like look different from the ordinary people. That is why you find them having the most expensive suit, the most expensive watches like the the Rolex, the most expensive cars, even in terms of consumption, the cars that consume a lot of fuel. You see, posing at the class difference. But at the end of the day, what I advocate for is whether you wear a 1 million, $1 million cloth, and me wearing a $10 cloth, we are all the same. One thing, whatever you're taking in as food, I might be eating healthier than you, though you have the capacity of like buying the tenter, the what food. But I might be eating more organic food and more secure food than this person who is classifying himself to that top. Yes, I know everyone wants to be there, and we all want to be there, and we all want to enjoy life. But one thing that I know in common is we are very important to each other, despite of the resources that we have in terms of in terms of money, property, and everything. And I love the emerging trends in technology. So I would love Apple Watch rather than Rolex. Yeah, that is what I will choose. I will choose an Apple Watch more than a Rolex. In your case, which one will you choose? Which one will you choose? And where are you watching us from, if I may ask? Guys, let's register by saying the country where we're watching from or the city where we're watching from. That one's it acts as an encouragement to know how far I am as I grow in YouTube. Labehula. In Kenya, the iPhone is widely as a status symbol and prestige item. Sure. See, um, the reason why iPhone here in my country is uh, considered as a sample of uh, prestigious item is one, the cost. You see, not everyone can afford an iPhone here in my country. That is for sure. That is for sure because um uh like the iPhone is retailing at not let me talk of iPhone 17 or 16 Pro Max. It's retailing at around $1,000. It's retailing at that price. And in my country, for someone to raise that amount of money to buy a phone, it's not a joke. It's not a joke because somebody will consider: will I buy land or will I buy an iPhone? Which one is, as in its way of more weighing, which one is more profitable? Like if I buy a land with $1,000, that land is more important than a phone that can be snatched anytime. And also, um somebody needs to save for couple of months or couple of years for them to have that $1,000. That is for sure. That is why it's commonly referred to as a prestigious item. For you to own an iPhone, then put you on another level. It's the same as you having a Samsung series, for example, having S24 or any series phone. See, yes, it gives you for sure. That is very true. That is very true. That is very, very, very true. And that is why you see most of the young people here in my country, whenever they buy an iPhone, hey, you'll find them in all platform, all social media platform. You'll find them on TikTok posting about it, on X posting about it, on Facebook doing the same, on Telegram doing the same. Hey, check my new iPhone, my new iPhone, my new iPhone. See, like buying an iPhone here for especially for the young people. I'm talking in that class. I'm not talking about another person, but the young people mostly. It's an achievement. To most people, it's an achievement. What's the price of an iPhone in your country? Because in most cases we think, and iPhones in my country, the price is overrated. Sometimes I see so. That is what I think. I have never been outside, so I don't know the cost of an iPhone in other countries. But mostly for the young people, when for them to have an iPhone in my country, it's a very very big achievement. They keep on posting about it. But I think in most cases they prefer iPhones because of the quality pictures, quality videos, rather than these other Android or operating system in the other phones. But any phone that is using operating system is very very expensive here in my country. Very very expensive. Talk of um, what Samsung series. Talk of the like the, now the Z Fold 7. That one, any person who has that phone here, hey, that person is placed on another class, another class. But it's a progress. It's a progress for anyone to have those phones, especially with the kind of prices that are sold here in my country. Actually, it's a sacrifice. Yeah, sure. If a young man has an iPhone and then he goes to the ghettos, maybe to those. No, it doesn't really pull girls to you. It only pulls those. What do I don't want to use a name that will look like I'm belittling them, but you see, an exposed girl, if you like into them and you have an iPhone, then you'll pull masses. Hey, Shaka Boom. Hi, Shaka Boom. How are you? Welcome to the live stream, Shaka Boom. Welcome. I'm having a chat here with Lee Betlua. You see, there are those classes, there are those groups of people. They are the exposed people, they are unexposed people. Like if you're targeting the high schoolers, especially the girls in high schools, the girls not in colleges, the high school, because most of them they don't have phones. And if you have a phone, you have an iPhone, then to them you look like a potential person, somebody with money. That is what an iPhone pulls to those class of people. Yeah, for sure. For sure, I'm telling you the truth. You see, if you have an iPhone and you're into secondary schools, high school girls, they will come to you. Because one thing, they think you have money. If you can afford an iPhone, then you're good to them. Because at the end of the day, what they're looking for is they are looking for pocket money and money just to buy little food related items. Believe me, that is the truth of the matter. That is what an iPhone does to those high school girls. Please, high school girls in my country, if you're watching this, I don't mean to offend you, but that is the truth. Or even there are those class of girls that finished high school, they never went to college, and they're in life struggling. If, for example, you approach them and the first gadget they see in your hand is an iPhone, hey, you like gold to them. Nowadays, nowadays people don't look into character for sure. That is one mistake that people are doing. They are not looking to character. What they are looking into is the possession. What do you have? What do you have? How do you look? You see, for example, it's like driving a very small car, and now just because you drive, just because you have something that is called car or something that resembles a car, then you considered wealthy, and you might pull so many girls because you do that. Because most you find that most people are materialistic. They are more into what you have than who you are. MD Baziz, hi. MD Baziz, hi. How are you? Oh, my take on Donald Trump is um I don't really want to talk about politician, because every politician, whatever he does in his time of authority, he does it because he wants to gain something. He might be good, but his intentions towards some things like the war that is happening in the Middle East, maybe there's something that he want to gain from there, and he will do that so that maybe the states gets something out of it, or himself gets something out of it. But politicians are very, very difficult to understand them, because when they are asking for these faults, they are usually the best people. But when they resume office, things turns going AY. One thing is about the Israel Iran war. Uh, the innocent people are the ones suffering now. Because when you look at it, you find that this the military of Israel, they want to neutralize Iran so that they be ranked somewhere. But that is not what it is all about in this life. You see, you find there are kids here, there are kids there, there are women, there are young people who are not into war, who wants to excel, who wants to develop their families, who want to go a step ahead. But you see, because of the war that is happening, their dreams are shattered, which is very wrong. Which is very wrong. Just because governments are not in line with each other doesn't mean that the person or the normal citizen has to suffer because of other people's interest. Because, for example, if you run to Israel and you ask a common citizen whether he or she loves whatever is happening with the military, they will tell you no, they are not happy about it. But you see, if you ask the politicians, they will think they are proving a point to the others. But the common citizen of the country that is doing so, they are not happy about it, and they are the one that suffers more. For example, let's give an example like um, the political elite, they have the capacity of fleeing their families to a safer country. What about that one person who does not even have enough resources even to put a food on their table in that country? What happens to that? What happens to that citizen? Yes, that is very true. That is very true. Now, this is the high time people needs to look more into who the people are rather than what these people have. You see, like you might find sometimes locally here, somebody will also only be interested in you because your family is placed somewhere in the community. You see, that might be a common reason rather than this person looking into you and knowing how exactly is this person. Is this person a violent person? Is he a calm? Is that working? As in, get to know this person really before you look on to what this person has. And that is one mistake when the people are doing. People, in most cases, they are attracted by the physical appearance. People are attracted to how you wear your clothes. Uh, some people are interested on how petite you are without knowing that pregnancy will come. For example, to women, pregnancy will come and there will be body changes. If that happens, then this man starts looking for another alternative person who has the features of this young girl was now given birth. You see, other people are looking onto a man who's too slim and masculine. Sometimes this person might get into other things and for example is not going to gym anymore and it isn't allowed, the belly comes, the stored fat comes, and then this person will be disappointed and will be like looking to another other person who has the qualities of what physically attracted you to that person. Hmm. For sure, whatever you're saying is true. uh, Character and respect, that is very true, but not in today's generation. But not in today's generation. If I'm a fraction of the generation might be looking into character, but a fraction of the generation might be into that. But the larger group, the larger group is into wealth creation and the physical, tangible things. Because for me to be heard in my community, I need to stand tall above anyone else. In terms of mostly they won't even look at the character. So long as I have the paper, so long as I have the currency, I have the paper, they won't even look at the character. They won't look at anything. They will look at that paper, because one thing, I'll be able to get them what they don't have, you see. And that is why we are failing as a community. That is why we are failing as people. We are forgetting who we are, and we are forgetting what we're supposed to do for us to have a moral standard community, or a moral standard society, and then we are turning that into resources. We are turning that into tangible things. You see, what's wrong with the generation? One is this generation is overexposed. This generation thinks, the generation that we are in thinks the best way or the success of the life is getting what your parent didn't have. That is what they are terming as a success. You see, They don't even worry about the character. They don't even worry about what people said about them. No, so long as they get the dollar, so long as they get the coin, that is enough. That is really, really what is eating our generation now. So long as you're getting that dollar, doesn't matter the challenges, doesn't matter how you will get it. The point is get it. And that is where these moral things, they are fading. And that is why you see most of our young people here, young men, they are looking into these old ladies who have money just to be their sugar mummies. This is a person who's supposed to get married to the girls of his youth and start a family and grow a generation. But this young person is putting that aside, is looking to an old lady who cannot sire him a son or a guy or a daughter, but is only going there because there is what? Because there is money. The same thing is happening to our girls. They are neglecting their youthful men whom they can start a family and do everything that needs to be done in life for them to succeed. But this young, beautiful young lady is looking into an old man who already has a family that is somewhere else and is going there as an entertainment. It is happening. We cannot put that aside, and we are not judging anyone, but that is what is happening in our generation. That is for sure. That is what is happening. Faith Alives. Hi, Faith. How are you? Welcome to today's live stream. Many women choose a divorce, even there's no reason. Many women today value personal fulfillment and more than family. Yes, that is very true. That is very true. But the question is, let us look back into our traditions. Let us look back from where we're coming from. For example, why am I existing? Why am I existing? Why are you existing? You're existing because two people decided to form a family, right? If you are now advocating for women to divorce and to fulfill themselves, what are they fulfilling? Let us go back to the basis of our religions. Let us go back to our faith. The Christians, let's run to Christian. What does Christianity say about family? For the Muslims, let's go to the Quran. What does it say about family? To the Hindus, let's go back to our temples and our priests. What does it say about family? Then you'll find that this generation, we are coming up with our own slogans. We are coming up with our own views that now, because I in this relationship, things are not going well. So the only option I will do is I will step aside and I will be getting, for example, I'm talking to a woman in a that like a box of a woman who has decided, let me divorce, let me fulfill myself outside here. How will you satisfy yourself? That is one thing. How will you emotionally satisfy yourself? That will have, you'll have to be doing immoralities, adultery. You'll have to get a young person to come and serve you from your comfort zone, and you'll go outside saying, hey, you see, I'm an independent woman. The same to men. The same to man. A man will say, no, I won't get any wife, I won't do anything. But every night, you're bringing different men into your house. What are you doing, man? Hi, Faith. Me, yes, Faith. How are you? Yeah, Faith Alives, I do remember you. I do remember you. I do. Yes, I do, Faith. I do, Faith. I do, Faith. Yeah, I do. But we're having a chat here with Lebeteula. What is Lebeteula? What do you say about that? Whatever I'm saying is fact about life. That is what is happening. No, 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 no. Please, please don't go. It's just an argument. It is an argument. It is an argument that is. It is my view. I don't know your view. So if I might also listen to your view, then we might come to an understanding. See, one thing people never understands the same. Your level of understanding and my level of understanding them, there might be two different things, two different worlds. Libetola, let me hear your thinking and your take about the same. Why do you think that this generation people are not family centered people? Because me, I believe there's a generation that's supposed to come from me, and for me to have that generation, I need to have a wife. Sure, I stand a chance to be proven. If that is not right, I stand a chance to be proven. There's a lineage that should come from me. The same lineage should come from you. But one thing that we should be very careful about is the history repeating itself. For example, you find that most of the behaviors and most of the things that are affecting us, they were still affecting our parents, but we did not take time to look onto those things and try to correct them. Beteola, please tell me, please talk to me. What is your thing? What are you thinking about this? What are you thinking about this? Have I said anything wrong? Have I done anything? Have I said anything the way it's not supposed to be said? Have I offended you? It's also always good to get to know how how you view things, how we view things. From that, then we can come up with one rightful answer if there's such statement. Libetula, I'm waiting for your response. And Faith Alives, I don't know where you've disappeared to. And then any other person, you're free to you're free to come to this discussion. You're free. Your views are very important. Just for just your focus. Reality. Just your focus. Really high on emotional and compatibility. No. Labetula, let me ask you, what makes you feel complete? Like right, left, and center. You feel satisfied. You feel completely free. You feel there's nothing that is disturbing you in in this life. How do you quench that into yourself? For example, even when it is too hot, what do? You take water. But one thing that we as human beings we cannot forget is we are made of emotions, and unless our emotions are quenched, we will never feel complete. So for example, excuse Betula, If I'm pronouncing your name right or wrong, sorry. How do you feel complete? What makes you feel complete? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. You brought up the conversations a lot. No, here, me and you, because we are the one having this conversation. Emotions, no, no emotions now. Now we're just talking our mind out. Like, please tell me, what makes you complete? Why are you under pressure? What is pressuring you, dear? What is pressuring you? You're not under pressure. Do this. Shh. Let the pressure out. Hi, hi, chain breaker, Emilia. Domi, hi, how are you? Were you live? No, no, yesterday I wasn't live. I didn't go live yesterday. Chain breaker. Hi, chain breaker, how are you? Job, social status, and relationship. Do you believe you need a job for you to make it in life? Just a simple question. Do you really need a job? And what is this thing about social life? Oh, sorry, I got the wrong person. Sure, my name is Nick, and welcome to the Nick Family YouTube channel. If this is your first time, kindly consider subscribing, consider liking. We have a a conversation here. If you might listen up, contribute, and you find this conversation very interesting. Back, welcome, chain breaker. Welcome. Which chains are these, and which chains are you breaking? If I may ask. So, Eli Betula, you've said jobs, social status, and relationships. They are the one pressuring you right now. Do you need an approval? Do you need any approval from anyone? Uh, okay, life fast. Life fast. Streets hot. Arts order. Everyone mood. Move quick. All right. I get it. I get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. The world is making a lot of noise. Hello, welcome back. Welcome back. My network was lagging, a bit lagging. My network was lagging. I think my network, I lose connection a bit. I lost connection a bit. And here I am now. And here I am. Where were we? Where were we? As I was saying, I was talking about the pressure that the world is posing onto us. Like the world is making a lot of noise. And sometimes we are not supposed to listen to what the world is saying. We are supposed to have a defined pathway which are supposed to follow for us to get where we wanna go. But on the way we are distracted by so many things, and we end up my favorite football team. I am not more into football, but I love Manchester United. As much as I love about Chelsea, my favorite team is Manchester United. Yes, Manu. That is a team. Though I have never told anyone about, I've never talked about anyone. Mr. Psycho's Shots. Hi, Psycho Shots. Hi, Psycho Shots. How are you? How are you doing? Welcome to Light on the Nick Family YouTube channel. Yes, if this is your first time, kindly consider liking the live stream and also subscribing to our YouTube channel. Here you can have raw and unfiltered conversation where we talk about real life things, real life situations, and sometimes we find a way to how to handle it. Football is not popular in Kenya. Football is very, very popular in Kenya. Kenyans love football. My favorite show might be a local show, so I don't know if I tell you it will be a much help. Yeah, because I'm not an international person. Mostly I love about our shows here back home. As much as sometimes I tend to get to know what is happening around the world. Yeah, liberal of football is very, very popular in Kenya. The fact Africa Cup of Nations will be held in our country come next year. Though it's a sharing thing, it will be held in East Africa, that is my country, Tanzania, and Uganda. If you can remember, the football president was in my country sometimes last year when there were Chan football happening in our side of continent. Official Vicky Shal. Yo, Vicky. Truth or dare? Any truth? Truth. Which is a better place to see wild animals in Kenya and Uganda? Kenya. Kenya. The reason why I'm saying Kenya is because from the capital city, you to a national reserve, whereby you'll be able to see the big five: the elephant, the lions, the elephants, the buffaloes, the leopards, the rhinos, and everything. 5 minutes. Even the most beautiful thing is as you land into Jomo Kenyatta International Airport here in Kenya, and maybe you're landing during the daytime. As the planes descends, you might be able to see those animals. We have Trudeau there. What is your dream in YouTube? My dream in YouTube is to connect, is to have a family, worldwide family, whereby, for example, if you're visiting Kenya, or maybe I'm visiting your country, I can host you rather than you going around and spending a lot of money in expensive for nothing hotels. And for example, if you visit my country, I can take you around. I can take you around. I know the best tours around. And for example, in your country, you know the best tours around, like the best vehicle to use. But I heard wildlife Uganda is very iconic. Which wildlife in Uganda? Which wildlife is there in Uganda? Apart from the what do you call it? Matoke. Matoke is Mandizi. Do you want a subscription? Yes, kindly subscribe. Watch my videos. No, I don't only do live streams. I also have so many videos on my timeline. You can watch on them. You can comment on them, and also let me know what kind of content you wish to get from me. Okay, there you go. Yes. Sorry, Labetula, I was laughing about, you said the iconic wild animals in Uganda. Which one? If not snakes. And the same species of snakes, we have them here. Actually, we have a wildlife here in the city. Another thing, my country has the best climate. It never gets too cold, it never gets too hot. You might not still play truth or dare, but truth or dare. Truth, truth. Savannah. Savannah in where? In Uganda? Have you heard something called safari? It happens here in my country. Susan Akwesi. The truth. Let me give you truth. I don't love her. Is it true you play games? Which game? Which games do I play? Which games do I play? Maybe PlayStation. Where you don't like Uganda. I love Uganda. They are our neighbors. They are our neighbors. It's a very good country. Greenery. Yes, I love Uganda. I love Uganda. I don't hate an African country. For sure, I don't. And I might not talk more about Uganda because I've never been to Uganda. So if I tell you something about Uganda, I'll be lying. But if it's about wildlife, I'm not lying. Because if Ugandan people come to my country, it's like them going to United States. Because, for example, let me give example. Um, my house manager, My house manager is from Uganda. She's from Uganda. And now she's not here. She's with my wife back home. And she tells me so many, she tells us so many things about Uganda. And one thing I love about Uganda is the climate. Nicholas, what if he already scrolled? Come up again, Susan Akwesi. What if he already scrolled? Scrolled what? What should everyone know about Kenya? Kenya is the best country in East and Central Africa. That is true. One thing, if anything, if you're, for example, you're a business person and you have a product, if you want to test it to sell in Africa, sell first in Kenya. If that product is sold in Kenya and you really get a market here, my for sure is you can sell it everywhere in Africa. That is one thing. One thing, African people are very friendly. I'm not saying that other countries in Africa the people are not friendly. No, I'm not saying that. But one thing you should know, Kenyan people are very friendly. They will do an extra mile to make sure that you feel comfortable, even if they don't understand your language. Believe me, it is only in Kenya. It is only in Kenya whereby a Chinese man will come all the way from China to come and invest in a local village where nobody understands Chinese, and that Chinese man will be able to to transact very well with Kenyans, despite them speaking different languages. I've just given an example of Chinese because it's only China and some parts of Europe whereby they only speak their languages, they don't speak other languages. Another thing, all Kenyans understand English. They might not know how to speak it, but they understand it. I don't know about another country in Africa, but I'm talking about Kenya. You'll go to a very interior village where nobody speaks English or Swahili. They speak their native language, but if you speak English to them, they will understand. And there's no Google translator. They will understand. And it's only here in Africa, or not here in Africa, here in Kenya, whereby you will never feel discriminated. Susan Moon Akwesi. So you mean the moon? Okay. Does Kenya has fast internet and 5G connections? Yes, we have fast internet. So in some cases, in local areas, we have 4G, 3G, and 2G. But in the main town, the main city, we have 5G. Actually, we have free Wi-Fi everywhere. And we don't use generators. We have electricity everywhere. If not electricity, we have solar power. Not like Nigeria. No, my Nigerian friends, sorry. But we know Nigerians, you guys love generators more than you love solar power. Like every family has a generator. Be like, if the power goes, it'll be like, and the house is vibrating everywhere. No, we are improving. We are improving. We are improving. Our economy is really growing. Our economy is really growing. We have 5Gs. We have 5G internet. But there are some places that has 2G, whereby it's very difficult for them to connect. Nico, when you were a kid, what have you done as a kid? Okay, I've done so many things. I've done so many things. One thing, for example, let me give you a story. When I was a kid, in our rural area, it happens that my mom was divorced and we were staying with our mom. And then at some point, my mom got very sick and there was no food. What actually I used to do is I would wait till the darkness is coming and then the village like goes to sleep, and then I'll go to the farms and uproot cassava and some bananas and some sugar again. And then I will run back home and I will do the tactic of mugus. Is it mugus or the name of that animal that, like, whenever it is uprooting cassava, it is like now doing like this. The soil is coming to one side, then this is the cassava. Then I would break the cassava almost to where it's starting from. Then I use a stick, a very sharp stick, to do like this, so that when the owner comes in the morning, he will see like this. This is not a human being who uprooted the cassava. And there are these mugus. I don't know the name of that animal that eats cassava and sugar cane from down. That is what I used to do, and it's something that I'm not proud of, because I really did this because I used to do that because there was no food, and was the only way I could sustain myself and my brother. By that time, my elder sister was working somewhere in coastal region, working as a house manager or maid in current. Oh, what the most used social media app in Kenya? One is TikTok, two is X, three is Telegram. Yeah. I used to stare at the sun. Susan Akwese used to stare at the sun, especially in the evening time, as I was waiting for the village to sleep so that I can do my thing for even more than a minute. Because you see, we used to stay at the hillside, the top of the hills, and you see the village is down there. Our house is the last in the hill, and then I'll go to the rocks where the rocks is, and I'll be like sleeping there, absorbing the warmth of the rock, and then I'll be looking down at the village houses. The dim light goes off, and then I'll go to their gardens and uproot the cassavas and all that. TikTok is not a app. It's for me. Yeah, Lebetula, that might be your take, but that is one of the platform that is commonly used here. Even the politicians have it. Like now, they're using as a bridge because most of the young people are using this app more than the X or Telegram. And Instagram also. Instagram is highly used here. Yeah, Susanna Kwesi, that is a little part of my story. But you can also, for you to get that story and more, you can also look for one of my title video. There's a video with Facebook isn't famous. Facebook here is used by all people. The young people are into Instagram, Telegram, X, TikTok. Yeah, but Facebook is highly used, more so by people who have businesses, because you see, it's also a connecting point. It's also a platform that is connecting more people. One question: do you have a cat or a dog, or as your kid, you wish you had both, or you wish you had only dog or a cat? I used to have a dog. His name was Moses. It was a female one, but when my mother passed away, and now we had to move to our father's side, we left the dog, and I'm told the dog died some time back. But especially when I visit my grandma's place, the offsprings of that dog, they still exist, and they still know me. They still smell me and get to know me as the owner of their mother who died long time. Why by whole people? Facebook still works very well. You make me sad. No, sorry, sorry, but that is what people say here. Facebook is not widely used as by many people, by many young people, but those young people with businesses, because of its number of because of its use. Like everyone has a Facebook account. Everybody has a Facebook account, but they don't use it. That is what I mean. That's why you find more. Okay, truth or dare again? Truth. I have a reason why I don't want the dare. That is why I'm choosing truth. Sorry, Betula, if I'm making you sad, but I have to tell you the way things are. So I don't like to lie to you. No, no, no. I have to tell you the truth. Facebook is not used more, but many people, especially sometimes Facebook keeps cuts across a certain age group. What time is it? Let me check the time again. Time again, because I don't want to learn so late. Tomorrow is also a working day, and I am a worker. Oh, it's one. Guys, when Facebook did become for old people, sorry, it is not for old people. I'm saying there's a certain generation that uses more Facebook here in my country than other generation. I don't really mean it's for old people. I even have a big Facebook account. Even my even the people in my age group, we all have a Facebook account. Like literally everybody has a Facebook account, but it is not mostly common used. As see now, people many people are considering as TikTok as one of the fastest way of communication, because people are looking for entertainment. People are looking for solution based content. You see, and many people thinking that they can only find this content on Facebook or on TikTok, rather than people looking for news, looking for what is happening around. They're going to X. See, no, I don't think. No, Facebook is not is not boring. Facebook is not boring. For sure it is not. Now guys, I have less than 3 hours to sleep. Tomorrow is a working day. I so need to wake up very early and go to work. So can we call it a day? Can we end the live stream at this point and then we kickstart tomorrow if God allows us to see tomorrow? It's already tomorrow, I know. It's already Monday. It's past midnight. It's already 1. It's already 1 a.m. We talked much. Susanna Kwesi, you've not dared me. Sleep well, Iro. No, I did not ignore. I did not ignore your comment. I said truth. I have a reason why I don't want the dare. That is what I said, Susanna Kwesi. God bless you, Betloa. See you tomorrow on my live stream. See you tomorrow on my live stream. If you be there, you are also good. I love your conversation. It's called. I love it when we are having a real conversation. Like even if we might not be in a very close range, but at least we are talking. At least we're getting to think around. Keep yourself, Betula. Wait, yes. Susan Akweza, wait. Uh-huh. And I've waited. What's up? Okay, repeat what you said. And about the pet dog, I talked about my dog that I had before my mother passed on. Her name was Moses. We called the dog Moses. I said Moses is because in English it's sound Moses, but in my local dialect it's Mose. Mose, which means taken. Now, you see, Susan didn't stop me. I wanted to hear her out before I go. Let me read this again. One thing I wish to have, and one thing that I'm planning to have, I really want to have a good house back in the village, not in the city. Back in the village, even I have if you look on my videos, you'll see my dream house. There's a video about my dream house. There's a video I did about my village, what around. I wish to have a very good house. Very good house. It's good to be rich. It is good to be rich. It's good to have everything in life. Everybody wants that. But it's very good to have a very good presentable house back in the village. Alabetula, bye. Have a nice night. See you tomorrow in tomorrow's live stream. Hope Libetula you've subscribed before you go, right? It's Sunday over here. Tomorrow is Monday. It's Sunday over here. It's Sunday. Actually, it's Monday morning because it's 1 a.m. If I can show you from my TV. Check the time. The time is 1:08 a.m. Actually, it's Monday morning. It's Monday morning here. Hope you guys you've subscribed because I'm about to end the live stream because I need to sleep. Tomorrow is a working day. Tomorrow is a working day and I'm employed somewhere, so I don't need to actually be unproductive tomorrow. Also need to be productive to my boss. Yes. Good night, Susanna Kwethi. Hope you've liked and subscribed to our channel. You've subscribed to our channel, Susanna Kwethi. See you on the next live stream. Let's hope to have a real conversation with you all. Looking forward to a good conversation to you all. See you. Good night. Bye bye.